Well, it was a revelation that one day I woke up and I thought, I think I have enough. And I thought, well, what is enough? And I thought, well, enough is when you feel that your needs are met. I wasn't in business to accumulate a mountain of money. I was in it because I got to work with great people. I got to build something, and then all of a sudden I realized that the way I had been investing for 15, 20 years had created a nest egg that would carry me on for years and years. It was a wonderful revelation. I was a young guy and I had no idea how to invest. I was a health professional. I was a physiotherapist. It's not like they go over how to financially take care of yourself in physiotherapy school. So I get out into the great wide world and I have no idea what to do. So I try everything. I try real estate, I try stocks and bonds, I tried commodities, and I was abysmal at it. And then I landed on this thing called a mortgage fund, my neighbor, and it was amazing. Why was it amazing? It wasn't that the returns were through the roof, it's just that it was steadfast, it was steady, and every month I would receive my interest income, and my little nest egg would grow and grow a little bit more, and then before I knew it, it was a thing, and the snowball was rolling downhill, and it was feeding on itself, and I thought, this is what Benjamin Franklin was talking about, compound interest. This is incredible. And it wasn't before long that my wife and I would talk and go, you know what, if this continues and there's no hiccups, then you'll be able to retire 10 years earlier than you thought. And I was dumbfounded, and yet it was all true. Another thing that I realized probably by the time I was in my late 20s, when I realized that I could barely budget anything. I could make ends meet on a monthly basis, but I wasn't going anywhere, was that I didn't understand the ramifications of the money I was making and the money I was spending. I started to realize that there was a lot better people than me, all sorts of them, that had put a lot of time in for the average guy, average person, to succeed in their own life in a much less stressful way. And so just committing to having a better understanding, how much was I making, how much did the government want from me in taxes, and then how much did I have to spend or invest to start paying myself for the future. And then when I got married, my wife as well, she was very adamant about that too. Paying off your debts and just slowly balancing out your life so you live in the present and you have fun in the present, and you've got a budget for that. You're not pushing everything away for that delayed gratification of a day that might not come, but you are storing away for the future too, in a very wise and wonderful way, because then you can live in the present, have fun, and you know that you're building towards something in your future. And that financial maturity, it was a real stress reliever for me, and just committing to that discipline of it, and even the discipline of making sure that you were living in the present, that also was a wonderful thing. My wife and I didn't come from affluent background, and we both were a little too concerned about not being poor. We didn't want to be poor, so we kind of overcorrected at first. And then we realized we're not living in the moment. We're not having fun. And once we dialed that back into our life, it was a much better harmony of not putting everything into investments and hoping that you're going to create a mountain that you'll never need, but just enjoying each other in the moment. That in itself was a wonderful realization.